Ladies and gentlemen, there is a massive invasion happening in South Africa. They are called Zamazamas. There are close to 50,000 of them. And guess what? Very few of them are actually South African. This is a massive problem. And we need to talk about it.
So whilst everybody else is talking about the EFF and the potential genocide that may or may not happen in the country, which we don't believe will happen, all that's going on in the country is that our wealth has been pillaged by Zamazamas. The police have come out and said, we can't fight these guys. We're too scared of them. We don't have enough bullets or firepower. 40,000 Zamazamas on the land. Mate, that's an invasion force.
It is an invasion force because these Zamazamas are not actually South African. A lot of the foot soldiers are mainly Basotho, i.e. from Lesotho itself. A lot of them are Zimbabwean and a lot of them are Mozambican. But you know what? These foreigners are coming into South Africa, pillaging the mineral resources of South Africa and selling it to South Africa? No, selling it to other foreign nationals.
Well, number one, we don't get any tax from it. Not that I'm a big fan of tax systems, right? But that's by the bar. Apparently, what we are doing is we're using all of our resources being pillaged through illegal means, and we're selling it abroad. Is there any wonder that that money is landing up in the hands of terrorists and other criminal syndicates? And that the world trade bodies have then decided, you know what, South Africa is kind of funding dodgy stuff. We should probably put them on a grey list.
So here's how it actually works. Basotho's come in, they go into the mine shafts, they get gold out, they sell that gold to middlemen, which are mostly Shona, i.e. Zimbabwean. Then those middlemen sell off that gold to brokers in Johannesburg mostly, and those brokers then send that gold and money through the Hawala system. The Hawala system is a money brokerage system that's developed by Muslims, but mainly used around North Africa and especially in Arabia. And the Hawala system was used specifically to fund terrorism throughout the 2000s, especially before and after September 11th. So foreigners are coming into our land, they're taking our resources, they're selling it to terrorists, and therefore they are funding terrorists across the world. Is it any wonder we are on a grey list? Is it any wonder we are on junk status? But most importantly, where the hell is the state?
You know, I'd really like to know. Julia says, give us back the land and give us back all the mining resources. For what, mate? The white monopoly captured. It's all captured the mines. Well, according to the official statistics, it hasn't. It's actually been captured by foreign forces. Those foreign forces, or here under invasion type circumstances, we've seen the TikTok videos, we've seen the Twitter videos. They are openly advocating for the army and the police to try to stop them. They're like, you can't. We're too powerful. We're Gilead. We hear more EFF nonsense of Pan-Africanism and open the borders to everybody because we're all African after all, right? This is the mineral resources of our country that apparently all these political parties are so keen to get their hands on that they want to expropriate everybody's property so that the mineral rights reside back in their hands. But they're watching it being pillaged every single day and they're doing nothing about it.
So now the police are saying since they can't deal with it, the SANDF must come and deal with it. The same SANDF that is ruined financially, spiritually, and, well, in resources as well. This is a wound that has been festering in South Africa for a couple of years now, and now it looks like it's just too big to fail. There is no way to stop this international money laundering scheme.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only real way to kind of combat Zamazamas properly now is to probably round up some AfriForum branches, some farmers with pitchforks, a few shotguns, and probably a few sheep with, I don't know, dynamite strapped to their back. Because let's face it, yes, ANDF are powerless to stop this. They don't have the budget. If you look at some of the equipment that some of these Zamazamas are using, man, they're military-grade police jammers and all sorts of stuff. Like, these guys aren't messing around. You got to think that they're dealing in industries that are worth billions and billions and billions of rands. They're incredibly well funded. The problem is that the network has been allowed to grow here too long, and the wound is just too big now, and the infection is too severe. There really isn't a hell of a lot of options left to the government. I suppose the only real option is to do what the EFF suggests, right? And that is tear gas them all, bury them in the mines, and hope no one ever digs up the mine.
Which is not very Ubuntu-ish from the EFF, I must be honest. It's a bit of a weird way to talk about fellow Africans, especially black Africans, as the EFF loves to suggest that they support wholeheartedly. But at this rate, maybe it could be the only solution to this problem, because I don't see any other solutions that don't involve demolitions and lots of shovels.
We have a really big illegal problem. A really big problem with illegal foreigners here. And the Zamazama debacle highlights just how severe and big that problem is. Until we actually sit here and talk about it, the problem's just going to get worse, mate. We can sit here and debate on how we're going to fix it and so forth. We need to send the foreigners home, mate. All the legal ones can stay, all the illegal ones need to go. This whole open border malarkey rubbish, it's just a breach of our sovereignty, mate. It's just a breach of the nation states of South Africa. These people need a foot sack.